The day before her wedding, the girl was drugged by 3 thugs and dragged into a movie theater. One of them unbuckled his belt, and then they took turns doing things no human should ever do. For 8 straight hours, they tortured her like monsters. When they were finally satisfied, they left her lying there like trash. 2 hours later, the girl woke up from the nightmare. Scenes of the assault kept replaying in her mind, like a broken record. Tears, despair, they filled her eyes without her even realizing it. She sat there, crying on that cold floor for 3 hours straight. Then, with the last bit of strength, she forced herself to stand up and leave. Back home, the house was filled with joy and wedding decorations, but none of that had anything to do with her anymore. She locked herself in the bathroom, scrubbing her body over and over, as if she could wash away the filth. Cold water poured from head to toe, but the darkness inside her heart just kept getting heavier. Today was supposed to be her wedding day. Out of loyalty to her marriage, she told the groom everything, every single detail, but he didn't say a word, just turned around and left. Her father, Jack, rushed to the police station to report the crime, but the cops didn't even look up, eyes glued to their TV, because in India, cases like this happen every single hour. Jack waited there for 5 long hours, until he couldn't take it anymore, and smashed their TV to pieces. He thought that would make them care, but no, the cops blamed him instead, saying it was his fault for not watching his daughter. After countless trips to the police station, the scumbags were finally arrested. The case finally went to court, but one of them was a local gangster. He paid a top lawyer from another city, and even bribed the judge. In court, the female lawyer pointed right at the girl's face, twisting the truth, calling her a disgrace, blaming her for everything that happened. Jack watched his daughter being humiliated, again and again. He couldn't let her suffer anymore. He had no choice but to withdraw the case. Holding her hand, he begged her for forgiveness, over and over. He thought, maybe with time, and with all his love and care, his daughter would heal. But just a few days later, the 3 bastards kidnapped her again. This time, they dragged her to a remote forest, mocking her, "You're that girl we played with, remember?" Then, a slap across the face, knocking her to the ground. One of them laughed shamelessly, saying they didn't have enough fun last time, because she passed out too soon. They pinned her down, ready to violate her again. But the girl kicked one of them in the groin, and bolted into the woods. The more she resisted, the more excited they got, like predators on the hunt. They caught up with her quickly. One of them picked up a thick tree branch, and stabbed it right into her back. She pulled it out, fighting through the pain, and kept running deeper into the forest. She didn't know how long she ran, but eventually, she reached a bridge, and the road ended there. No way forward, demons closing in behind. She knew exactly what would happen if they caught her again, so she made up her mind to jump. But as she climbed over the railing, one of them grabbed her hair, yanking her back with a force that ripped her scalp open. The scream that tore from her throat was pure agony. Yet even then, these animals didn't stop. In the end, they took a knife and cut off her hair.